The accusation landed like a grenade in the middle of the Thanksgiving turkey. 30 relatives froze around the long table while my father, Gerald, held up a white envelope like a prosecutor presenting evidence. "Our son is a thief," he announced, "and we have proof." He slid the envelope toward me. My mother, Denise, began crying on cue, every eye fixed on my face. I looked at the envelope, then at my father, and I smiled. Because 4 months earlier, I had hired a forensic accountant to trace where money disappears. What she found didn't just clear my name, it blew apart a lie my parents had been building for years. 10 years earlier, I was 22, fresh out of nursing school, and working brutal 12-hour shifts at a county hospital in Dawson, Georgia. I lived in a tiny apartment and was drowning in student loans. One Sunday, my father called. "Need you to come by the house, son." When I arrived, he sat at the kitchen table with paperwork. "We need your help, Liam," he said smoothly. "Just your signature. The bank needs a co-signer on the mortgage. Temporary, 6 months." My mother dabbed her eyes. We could lose the house. So I signed. 6 months became 10 years. Because of that signature, I couldn't qualify for a mortgage, couldn't get a decent car loan, and my credit score kept crashing whenever my father paid late. I usually discovered it from alerts at 2 in the morning. Meanwhile, my grandfather Earl, who had helped raise me, grew distant during his final years. Calls went unanswered, letters never came back. Then he died. At the funeral, my father delivered a moving eulogy. Afterward, he gathered us and announced, "Dad left everything to me. That was his final wish." No one questioned him. 2 weeks later, I confronted him. "Dad, I need my name off that mortgage this year." He stiffened. "Now isn't the time. I just buried my father." "Then sell the house, but I'm done waiting." He slammed his chair back. "You want to sue your parents? Go ahead." Within days, relatives started calling. According to my parents, I was threatening to take their home right after Grandpa died. Then my father added something darker. "If you keep pushing," he warned, "people are going to hear what you really did with your grandfather's money." I had no idea what he meant, but the rumors started anyway. Apparently, I'd stolen thousands of dollars from Grandpa's dresser before he died. There was no proof. In a town of 4,000 people, a father's word was enough. Then I noticed something strange while checking the mortgage account online. 3 months before Grandpa died, my father had taken out a $40,000 home equity withdrawal using the house and my co-signature without telling me. That's when I started digging. At the county courthouse, I pulled the probate file for Earl Palmer. The will was there, typed, notarized, leaving everything to Gerald. But the signature looked wrong. I'd seen Grandpa's handwriting all my life. His E leaned left, his P had a long tail. The one on the will was careful, but off. So I hired a forensic accountant named Linda Marsh. 4 months later, she placed a thick report on her desk. "The signature doesn't match," she said. "I compared it to 17 verified samples. It's forged." Then she showed me the financial trail. Grandpa's estate totaled about $470,000 between savings and the house. After probate closed, my father moved roughly $350,000. $120K paid off his credit cards. $85K cleared his truck loan. $60K transferred to my mother's account. $40K paid contractors. $40K withdrawn as cash. He hadn't inherited the money. He'd taken it. That same week, I visited my great-aunt Ruth, who hadn't spoken to my father in years. She handed me a yellowed envelope. Inside was a handwritten will in my grandfather's unmistakable handwriting, witnessed by 2 neighbors. Everything divided equally among 4 grandchildren, me, my brother Nolan, and our cousins Travis and Megan. Your father came every week those last years, Ruth told me quietly. He told Earl you didn't want to see him anymore. My grandfather hadn't stopped calling. My father had stopped him. 2 months before Thanksgiving, my brother Nolan overheard our parents arguing in the kitchen. He recorded it. On the recording, my father said, "He can't prove anything. The will's filed." My mother asked what would happen if I got a lawyer. Then we go louder. We make him the villain. Nobody's going to believe us over us. The recording ended. Now we were back at Thanksgiving. My father had just accused me of stealing from Grandpa. I reached into my bag and placed my own envelope on the table. "Funny," I said. "So do I." I opened it. First came the forensic report showing the will signature was forged. "That's a lie," Gerald snapped. Next, I held up the handwritten will. "This is Grandpa Earl's real will. Everything divided equally among his 4 grandchildren. Me, my brother Nolan, and our cousins Travis and Megan." At the far end of the table, Aunt Ruth slowly stood. "Earl gave that to me 3 years ago. He told me he didn't trust his own son." Silence filled the room. Then I laid out the financial report, listing the $350,000 withdrawals. "That money belonged to 4 grandchildren, not you." My father gripped his chair. "That was my father's money." "No," I replied. "You forged a will to take it." Then Nolan pressed play. My father's recorded voice filled the dining room. "We go louder. We make him the villain." The recording ended. My mother whispered, "I told you this would happen." No one ate dessert. Relatives left in quiet waves. Within a week, my cousins and I hired a lawyer and petitioned the court to reopen the estate. An independent handwriting expert confirmed the forgery. Facing lawsuits and potential criminal charges, my father refinanced the house, removing my name from the mortgage. The estate was redistributed. Each grandchild received about $82,000. I used mine to buy a small house near the hospital. White siding, green door, a porch wide enough for 2 chairs. For the first time, my credit and my life belonged to me. Last week, Aunt Ruth mailed me something else, a photo of Grandpa holding me at a 4th of July picnic when I was 3. On the back, he had written, "Liam, Grandpa's proud of you." It's taped to my refrigerator next to my nursing license. My father tried to rewrite my grandfather's story with a forged signature and a stolen inheritance. For a while, he nearly rewrote mine too. But the truth, like a real signature, can't be forged. Do I still love my parents? Yes, the way you carry a scar. But a boundary isn't a wall, it's a door. And now, I decide who gets to walk through it.